Hello and welcome back to episode 25 of Rule the Waves 2 German Brawlers, where we have engaged the Russian fleet in a large full fleet battle where they brought all of their capital ships and we brought all of ours, and we were severely outnumbered, and we have one battleship left. Let's see what we can do about that. We have a long time to go to get replacements. 1 year for a second LSAS class battleship. And we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do outside of that. Got a few options. Not going to worry about it too much though. Something I did want to do to help free up some funds was going to be to thin out the air bases. I like what's happening in Northern Europe, despite the heavy overlap between a lot of it. Maybe reduce the amount of airship bases. Like, let's see where Kolberg and... Oops. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Kolberg, Enden, Tonder, Kolberg. So I think we can get rid of Kolberg and Tonder. That has the umlauts. That's right. I need to be looking at... There it is. I'm blind. And then East Prussia, we have 1. Baltic states, we have 2. Riga and Reval. So Palau, Riga, Reval. Almost no combat takes place up there. This is very narrow, having the Baltic state and airbase in Reval with aircraft where they are now. Really don't need these two. Don't even need these ones down here, since those ones are covered by aircraft as well, but I want to keep the one at Palau and get rid of the other two. Riga and Reval. Riga? Reval? Then Mediterranean. I think Tripoli, Tobruk, skip Rhodes, Lindos. So we'll get rid of the Benghazi airship base and the Rhodes one. Rhodes, Benghazi. Looking further, fine with that one. Fine with the Indian Ocean one. Like, they make good scouts. Not that flying boats are getting pretty close to making them obsolete. We have the Carolines, Truk Peleliu, Ponape. So get rid of... I'm going to get rid of Ponape, because Tarawa should be able to cover that. I believe we have a base in Tarawa. I thought we did. Ah, I need to go down further, and we don't. I have an air base though. Okay, we'll get rid of the one at Chuk then. Scrap that one. Bring this down to 10 airship airbases. And then we have 27 airbases. I think that's too many. I like the ones in Northern Europe. I actually like the ones in the Mediterranean. West Africa, we have 2. But I think I'm going to put that down to 1. The question is Dakar or Douala. Douala, Dakar. Actually seen, not that stuff happens in West Africa too frequently. Which is kind of why I'm trimming it down. It costs too much money, and we're just not using them. So what is the cost-benefit ratio? We lose air cover, unless we have a carrier out there. And for what loss? Or for what gain? And they really don't play a role. Middle Congo, Point Noir, or Nore, Luderlitz, Dar es Salaam, Masao. I'm inclined to get all of the air bases in Africa gone. We don't see fighting there. And if anything, expand these 2 in Northeastern Asia, since that's a home area. Maybe keep some in Southeast Asia, like Saipan, Peleliu, here and here. Not that they're used too often. Actually, I have seen a lot of combat a lot more in the Pacific, where those will actually be important to keep those. I think I'm going to get rid of the air bases at least in Africa. We have Cameroon, which is the Douala base. We have Southwest Africa, which is the Luderlitz base. East Prussia, Libya, Senegal, that's Dakar. Point Noir. And then we have Masao. I'm actually tempted to keep that one. Tanganyika, I believe is, yeah. And where does that put us? West Africa. Southern Africa. And the Indian Ocean. We'll keep the airship bases in West Africa and Indian Ocean. We'll leave South Africa out of it. For now, at least. And we'll save roughly $1 billion every turn. Well, I am tempted to trim down in the Pacific even. Partly because we're not using it. South Pacific, Central Pacific. This almost seems too much. And I don't want to regret it, but I think it just needs to be done. Until we've proven there's definitely a need to have these there. So let's take a look. What do we have in Central Pacific? Which, it's not going to be labeled that. It's going to be labeled Marshall Islands. Get rid of Marshalls. Marshals. We have Simpsonhaven and Kavieng, which are down here. Those are so close. I think we're going to get rid of the Kavieng one. I'll keep the Simpsonhaven one. And you will note, I'm not a native speaker of any of these foreign languages. I will occasionally pronounce them the correct way, and I will occasionally not. And I will occasionally get close. So I do want to keep the Saipan. We really need kind of want to justify one or the other, not both. Saipan counts as Southeast Asia. Like, I kind of want to keep these because I see these ports get involved in as like a bombardment target pretty frequently, or go disrupt trade right around them. So having the airbase is more useful than having the airship base. I think I'm going to get rid of the airship bases in the Carolines. And the Northern Marianas. Get them all over the place. Get that done. We're down to 4.9 billion. So we have an air capacity. Each one of those islands. These four. This one, this one, this one, and this one. This one I want to keep in case we go to war with the US. We can strike Guam. And Truk definitely gets involved in combats. The other two, I'm not as certain. It's been a while since I've fought a lot in the Southeast Asia. Keep them for now. Easy to justify getting rid of them. I don't want to get rid of all of them. How close are these? How does that compare to up here? Okay, so we have a ring. Compared to that, well. Okay, that's not too terribly different from what our air ranges are up in Northern Europe. So I'm liking the Tsingtao ring, and we'll get rid of the Dalny base. That brings us down to 4.7. Alright, that actually brings us into the positive. Not design chip. We have a design. Brookswald. Although, let's go ahead and load it. Update it. Should be a little cheaper than it was before. With some of the technology. Overwrite it and we can go ahead and we can start building some AMCs. Not the most exciting form of warfare, but I'm looking to win. And the Russians just don't make this very easy. Not within invasion range of anything up here. That, and I think this all counts as home regions, so I'm not sure I can actually invade them. Yeah, Vladivostok is. Might be able to take Sakhalin and or Kamchatka, but we don't have the invasion range for that, so that's not a concern either. And I may just move. Well, we're blockaded, so we're not moving anything. We'll get the destroyers back to trade protection. We'll get our carriers back to raiding. And we'll see how things turn out. New medium bomber. Better Donier. Good reliability. Nice extension on range. I'm happy with that. Alright, a decent amount of trade. British lose a destroyer. Cruiser action that we don't think we can. We can actually engage in this. Oh, one of the light cruisers. And then the destroyers probably got wrapped in because they just repaired. And maybe I shouldn't put everything back on, bring the strike fleet out of it. Maybe I just need to ignore any fleet actions. And participate in smaller engagements that I know we can win. I have a feeling this will go badly for the Arcona, since she's an aging raider. Take a look. 4 6-inch guns, 2-inch belt. Or 5-inch guns, 1-inch belt. Supposedly with a heavy cruiser. Which, that is definitely a heavy cruiser. And will tear our ship to shreds. Like, we've already lost 4 knots. Probably not going to escape. Give it a try, though. Visibility is very limited. Kona belt hit. Get the destroyers to engage. I have another one. And another one. Are pulling away. Slowly. Destroyers doing their job. Taking one for the team. Let's get them back if they'll return in time. Although they're gonna get chewed up by that. Well, that light cruiser really doesn't have a heavy armament. Okay. That looks like it might actually be a clean disengagement. And we'll return back to Labao Port. See all the aircraft taking off. Just in time to see dusk. Some of them returning. And during the night, the scenario will end, and we won't get a chance to do an airstrike on any of those ships. One of our patrol boats encountering them. And time. So we got 1 destroyer. We're taking some medium damage, which is a loss in game points. Alrighty. Let them repair. And then we'll get the destroyers back to active, and we'll get the carriers back to active. Generate a new turn. Okay, yeah, I'm willing to get some time. Yeah, I thought we were going to be in for the long haul because we had that event last episode. More weight savings. New float plane. Current one, not so good. 5 years old. Or not very reliable. It's not that it isn't good, it's just it's not reliable. Alright. Destroyer action. I don't think our current destroyers are... No, because it'll be our fleet escort destroyers. Our current destroyers should be relatively modern. See how this works out. Kind of interesting to have destroyers screening destroyers. Unknown ship sighted. Go check it out. Oh, yeah, that's nothing. Probably a corvette returning back to port. Might be a transport. And another one. And another one. And it looks like we have some of the opposing destroyer fleet over here to the east. Slow us down. See if we can't get a few hits on those transports. Because we're here. And good from there. Oh, somebody launched torpedoes. Really, guys? Stick together. Come over here. See if we can't spot these guys as well. Alright, that might be them. It's by itself. Oh, no. As a partner. Angle in. Looks like a destroyer column. Come up in speed for the extra defense that it gives us. Since slow ships are easier targets. We have a Resv with 4 5-inch guns. I think that's the same as ours. Yep. Ours are 1,500 tons. Theirs are 1,100 tons. Ours are faster. Then we have 3 4-inch guns. A 29 knot platform. 3 4-inch guns. 32 knot platform. Okay. See what we can accomplish. Actually get this column to support rather than core. Should pull up alongside. Get a little bit more involved in combat since destroyer guns kind of short ranged. Alright, let's see if we can't close some of this distance. Might get more if you guys would target the Boyke. No, I'm not gonna let you go north. I want you to return port. Alright, so we have enemy aircraft approaching. 15 dive bombers. No bomb hits. No surprise. No bomb hits. You can see them all evading now. Very disruptive to the formation. I'll drop it down to 30 knots. Just to give them a chance to recollect. We are getting some 5-inch hits in there. I don't think we've had any return fire. There's a good hit on the Gordy. Another one on the Gordy, another one. Another one. Let's turn around. The Gordy should be slow now. Well, it says heavy damage. Go for the one that we know we can get rid of. And then we'll come back for the rest if we can. Are you guys shooting? Yes, back at the other ones. That'll work out. Close in, cross their stern. And there they go. They've come to a stop. Compatriots are over there. Head off. Any retreat back to their home port. That Gordy's actually going slow still. Close in. Maneuver every 2 minutes. Right now. Near miss for us. At ranges like this, might want to be maneuvering every turn, especially with the Res V pointing in that direction. Kind of dangerous. Alright, we took a hit. Probably got that Res V. This one's going a little bit slow. We're getting more hits on it. Lower speed. Wow. Alright, so that hit was significant. She should return to home port. S-17. What was that hit? Into the engine. Oh, it was a hit into the belt. I just didn't read the engine room. She should recover some of that speed back, so I'm not going to force her to go home yet. Point blank range. Torpedo's not very effective at point blank range. They have an arming distance. I believe that is modeled in game. Couple 100 yards. Alright, we have the Gordy next. Starting to slow. Jeez. Oh, in the path of our own torpedoes. There we go, that should take care of her. That leaves us with 2 over here. Got this Boyke. I don't think I've ever... Wow, 42%. Firing a lot for the destroyers. That was a Pickup Survivor's message that popped up. Happened to be right when I hit spacebar. Defaulted to the yes. In-gun crews cut down. Enemy aircraft approaching. 18 dive bombers this time. Bomb hit. more survivors. Our destroyer is going a little bit slow after all that maneuvering. Close in on this resi. And Boyke, that we were hunting down earlier in the fight, might be the only one that survives. Alright, I think that resi is definitely done. Oh, yeah, very done. And we are now in twilight. The glare symbol just showed up here. It is 7:45 at night. Oh yeah, the Boyke might make it. It's a race. Can we get her? We'll close in directly. Possibly spoiling the gunshots for the destroyers behind, which is unfortunate. And it looks like she'll make it. I don't think we'll get lucky with a shot here. So we'll turn around. Accelerate time. Take a look at where we know some ships sank. Possibly pick up some additional survivors. And see if we can't find someone else out here. And the answer is no. So we lost no destroyers, took out 4 of theirs, and a transport. That's a good day. Alright, there's our raider repaired now. Our battleship back in the swing. Advanced alloying for better quality. Got our new torpedoes ready, torpedo bombers ready to be checked out. Better range, better firepower, better maneuverability. They're lacking in toughness. And speed. I think I will use the faster one, partly because of that toughness. Still haven't played very much with the aircraft portion of the game on my own. You've seen most of my interaction with the aircraft in game. I know historically torpedo bombers had what was important for them much different than dive bombers. Large part in play due to the way torpedoes were launched from aircraft that typically had to fly at low speeds, low altitude, straight and level, making them easy targets for anti-aircraft. So I would think that what would be most important for a torpedo bomber would actually be the toughness. But I don't know if the game models the difficulties of launching a torpedo from an aircraft, or hand waves it and makes some assumptions, whatever those assumptions might be. Allies adding a little bit. Can't find the Ubi Chev. Keep running into some of those issues. It's unfortunate. Alright, we get some of the AMCs rolling out. Got more funds. 203 for the flying boat. Kirch. Not a bad ship. I would accept a heavier ship to get higher caliber and more. Perhaps a little bit more speed than that. Drop the tertiaries and go for a smaller secondary armament. Not that it's a bad design by any means. Wow, she just launched off the slip and the submarine got her. Sunk by a mine in Northern Europe. We'll have to start replacing our corvettes. Small engagement that Russia cannot engage in. Small engagement that Russia declines. Fleet battle. Fleet sized, which means a whole heck of a lot. We have to decline this one. Small engagement that they can't go to. Alright, let's see. We have our polar sterns. Not a bad design. Let's open them up. We have quite a bit of weight left over to work with. These ones have... Right, and we can actually do K-guns now. Those are new. That should add to the ASW. And we can... Well, we can get direct. That seems a bit silly. Not that I disagree with it. Get a couple of AA directors because we're not going to have very many guns. Actually, maybe just one. 4 medium AA guns. And get a new, the Karsten ASW. Save that one. Oh, 900 tons. We're going to do 900. Might as well do 1100. We'll get rid of the penalty for the 5-inch. We'll have our K-guns. We'll have a bit more room. Probably get a second AA director. Update the ship graphic. Now fairly large. We'll put a gun shield or full turret. Can I do dual turrets? Only singles allowed. Okay, that's fine. We'll use the oil. Diesel's expensive, isn't it? Yeah, but that's actually not a lot. Can we do... No, we can't. Put some wing turrets on it. B-E-F-G-H-I. Oh, right. Need a belt armor if we have turrets, and we can. Drop it to 1 inch. Can actually probably reduce the turret top slightly. Might be a bit excessive, actually. Better to have the 2-inch protection. Not on the deck, of course. Not quite the tonnage we're going to have that available. We don't quite have the tonnage for that available. We have a ton or two with flat deck, or not. Because we have no deck on top of a belt. We even make it more worth it. Can we stick a deck on that? Nah, it's a bit much. Nope. Can't at all. Not really enough. We'll reduce the AA. Can we perhaps get a midships turret? We can do 3 turrets. Move the smokestack. It might be a bit excessive, but we're going to go with that. Oh, right, because I reduced the topside availability. Okay, so I think I'm going to reduce the AA directors back to 1. Oh yes. Right, can't do dual purpose for 5-inch yet. Our ASW. We'll go to design. Open the Carson ASW, and we'll make our minesweeper. We'll have the K-guns removed. We'll have minesweeping gear. I can actually put a few mines on them too. Suppose I could have done that with the other ones as well, but it might interfere with the depth charge racks. I actually haven't tested that as much as I would like to. Alright, we'll have slightly lighter armament. And we can do the mines. It will be minesweeping. Only. We'll go with that. There are 2 new corvettes. Not yet ready. They need to be designed first. We'll let that roll over a turn. We don't quite have time for that today, so we're going to call it to a close here. We came to terms with having lost a large portion of our battle line to the Russians in that initial fleet battle. We had a couple good battles, we made up some lost ground, and I'm looking forward to how the rest of this goes. We're in for the long haul. Russians don't look like they're going to give up on this one. Not easily, at least. So, thank you for staying till the end. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Take care.